Hey guys, Brock Pro here with Travel by Fire. I have a question for you. Do you want to go on vacations like this? Or do you want to go on vacations like this? In this video, I'm going to show you how to vacation either way you'd like and how to do it basically on your credit card's dime. So stay tuned, I'll let you know in a second. Welcome back to our channel, and today we're going to talk to you about how to use credit cards to create enough mileage points so you can go on vacation and travel 100% for free. If you want to take vacations like this, but are currently having a hard time saving any money at all, what I recommend you to do is maybe check out our other video over here. The link will be in the description below. It's a really good video about how to save up to 54% of your current income. If you like the content we're putting out, then make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video. The average American carries about $7,000 in credit card debt over monthly. That's a really high number, especially with these companies averaging about 19 to 20% APR on these credit cards. What I want to go over with you today is definitely do not get a credit card and then have the intention of using that credit card to max out the credit card and not pay it off in full. You do not want to carry any interest with this strategy, or else you're basically paying out more to gain points which are worth less. The reason credit card companies do this is because it's extremely lucrative. For whatever reason, as consumers, we're willing to pay 20% interest on credit card purchases, but on nothing else. When we purchase a home, we want to see like 3 or 4% interest, which is not really common right now with rates going up. We're about 5 or 6. When you go get a used car loan, you want to pay like less than 10%. But for whatever reason, when it's Visa, MasterCard, Amex, we have no problem paying 20%. It's a mental change that we need to make as Americans and as consumers, because these companies are making a ton of money off of our financial irresponsibility pretty much. That's why financial literacy is so important, and I wish it was taught more in schools. So I'm going to go over 3 options here with you. We're going to kind of range it from an entry-level card with no annual fee. The rewards are a bit less. Then we have a mid-tier card, which I actually use, the Venture card. And then we're going to go over one of the more luxury cards. It's about $700 a year to own, but the rewards are crazy. There's like over $1,000 in rewards every year without using the card at all. So depending on your situation, what you do for work, what you do for business, how often you travel, depends on which card could work best for you with this strategy. So the first option we're going to go over is actually the cheapest option. It's going to be the Bank of America Travel Rewards card. You have to have like a mid-tier credit score between like 620 and up. Which is technically considered like middle of the road credit. There's no annual fee, which makes this a great option for somebody just getting started and trying to implement this strategy. But the rewards also reflect that there's no fee. So in the first 90 days, you'll receive 25,000 bonus miles, which is going to equate to about $250 in travel rewards for your first $1,000 in purchases. So the way that would work is do not buy things that you don't need, because you're already probably spending $1,000 on things that you have to have. So when you go to the grocery store every week, if you're spending $150 to $200, you know, that's $800 a month almost in credit card points you could get. That's 1,600 points. You could pay for that, car insurance, health insurance, pretty much anything you have that you pay for that's not on a loan, you can use a credit card to pay for, and at the end of every month, make sure to keep that statement clear so you don't accrue the interest. If you're going to pay the interest and you're not going to be responsible enough to pay for these things at the end of the month, this strategy is not for you. You will lose money with this strategy if you will not pay the card off at the end of the month. There's some really cool features about this entry-level card. It has 1.5 miles back on all purchases permanently. There are no blackout dates, and these points will roll over indefinitely. So if you don't spend that much per month, maybe, I don't know, you're single, you live in a small apartment, you don't have a car, like you just don't have that many rotating bills, you could just use this for groceries. I mean, if you buy $800 in groceries every month, 1.5 times the points, you know, you're getting 1,200 points a month. Over the course of the year, you're looking at like maybe $200 in rewards. You can use that for a hotel credit if you want to go out for a weekend or something. The next card is the one that I actually prefer and I use myself, the Capital One Venture card. This is a great card for anyone like middle of the road, like if you have a small business or if you just travel regularly. With my wife being from Dominican Republic, we go to see her family at least once a year. And the last 3 years we've used this card to travel for free. Over the course of a month, we probably spend $3,000 on utilities and groceries and car insurance, cell phone bills, things like that. We always use this card and pay it off in full. Every month we get 6,000 points. By the end of the year, you have 72,000 points, $720, and that'll get us plane tickets to the Dominican Republic most of the time. The Vintage card is great. It does have an annual fee of $95, but in my experience, we have gotten back $700 to $800 a year easily. When I was first starting my real estate company, I think we spent like $60,000 on that card and got $120,000 back at the end of the year. Just because there was a lot of new business costs, startup, legal fees, and things like that, that we could use the card on. You use the card, but pay it off every month. You're paying 0% interest, you're getting cash back. In my opinion, that's free money. The initial teaser rate for this card is also very attractive. You get 60,000 points with this card for spending 3,000 in the first 60 days. For me, that's a great deal because we spend about that every month just on basic utilities, food, gas, things like that. As long as you're paying the card off, there's no reason to not use your credit card. They also have some other benefits. You can get a $100 credit for global entry at TSA. You get pre-check incentives and credits as well. The miles on this account also never expire. So if you were one of these people that maybe you do one big vacation every 2 or 3 years and you want to go somewhere like far away, you know, if you want to go visit Indonesia or you want to go travel around, backpack through Europe, you can save these miles for 2 or 3 years. And over the course of that time, they'll build up and you'll have enough to go on like the vacation of your dreams. It's basically on the credit card's dime. They're gonna pay for your vacation. Last card I wanted to review with you is the American Express Platinum. It has a $695 annual fee. Like, oh my God, that's a lot of money to carry a credit card for a year. But this is more of a luxury travel experience card. A lot of the benefits of this card are for, in my opinion, business travelers. At my old W-2 job, if I had to go out of town for business, I could use a credit card and then just bring back the receipts and I'd be reimbursed by my company. If you have that situation, this card is gonna be a game changer for your personal travel because you get 5x rewards on any hotel or flights that you book with the card. And this is a huge benefit because if you're gonna buy these flights or hotels and then be reimbursed by your employer, then your employer is essentially buying you points and you don't even have to spend money on things that you're using. Your employer is gonna buy your points from American Express. It's like you're using their funds to pay Capital One, and then Capital One is giving you free money back in the form of points. So this would really be a great strategy for any traveling businessman or even if you just have to do out-of-town work. There's a ton of benefits to this card, so I'm gonna run through them quickly, and then if you're really interested in the card, we're gonna have links for all of these in the description section below. We gotta take a deep breath because there is a lot of benefits to this card. You'll get 100,000 points back on your first $6,000 spent in 6 months or less. You have a $200 annual hotel credit provided by American Express, a $240 annual digital entertainment credit for premium streaming like Disney Plus, Hulu, and Audible, a $155 Walmart Plus credit for your membership. You have unlimited access to the Centurion Lounge, which is really cool at the airport. If you've ever seen one and you haven't been able to get in, this card is going to get you access, and it's really great. Sometimes they have beds in there and stuff like that. I really like that part of the card. You'll also receive a $200 airline fee credit annually, and what that means, anyone who travels knows, you go to the airport, you buy your ticket. Sometimes there's like that fine print in your ticket where it's like, oh, you didn't pay for this bag, that's gonna be $60 more. Oh, this bag's a little overweight, that's gonna be $60 more. This benefit is gonna offset those expenses because American Express is gonna cover up to $200 of those things. You also receive a $200 annual credit for Uber that can be applied to Uber Eats or Uber Transportation. This is a great benefit because a lot of countries you go to, like cheaper countries, developing countries, they do have Uber and the Uber costs are super cheap. There are some other benefits. You can get $300 towards Equinox gym membership annually in the form of a cashback rebate, $100 towards any purchases of Saks Fifth Ave annually, and then $179 annually towards the ClearCheck membership through TSA at the airport. That's a really good thing to have, especially if you're in a hurry or you're gonna have a connecting flight that's leaving quickly. Going through the ClearCheck speeds up your time significantly at the airport, and everyone knows if you miss your flight, it's gonna hurt your vacation time. I don't care if you're the most positive person in the world, missing a flight sucks. You get stuck in a city that you had no intention of going to. This could help you fix that issue, especially if you travel a lot. For me, I don't think this is a great card for my circumstance. I think that this card would be awesome if you're a traveling businessman, as I said before, or something like that. If you travel all the time, this is a great card. For me, I think the reward system is kind of complicated. And then on any purchases that aren't qualifying purchases for the 5x rewards, you only get 1 point back. The Venture X card, which is only $95 a year, you get 2 points back on every single purchase, plus 5x on hotels and travel booked through CapitalOne.com. So in my opinion, the Capital One Venture card is superior. But if you travel a lot and you're used to these type of accommodations, if you're paying for ClearCheck, if you're paying for Uber everywhere you go, then maybe this card actually has enough benefit in it for it to be worth the $6.95 fee for you. So there are some rules and guidelines to being able to travel for free. We'll say that rule number 1 is like never spend extra money that you don't have on your credit card just to get the points. If you're in this chase for points and you're like, oh my god, if I spend $10,000 I'm gonna get 20,000 points, don't do that. That's a dumb thing to do financially and something that is gonna put you in more trouble than it's gonna help. Now if you have $10,000 in bills and you pay $10,000 a month in your bills every month and you're comfortable spending that number, then yes, do that with your credit card. Spend the $10,000, pay the $10,000 every month. But if you're gonna accrue any interest, it's a huge mistake to try to spend money on your credit card just to get these rewards. Rule number 2, do not attempt to purchase or apply for a new credit card if you're in the process of purchasing a home or a car or any major purchase that needs to be financed. If you're gonna do that, you're better off to wait until you purchase whatever major purchase you're gonna have and then move along, because all of these things are gonna be soft inquiries or hard inquiries on your credit score, and it takes a little while to bounce back. But depending on what your credit situation is, for me, we have like multiple properties, we're renting places out, we have multiple lines of credit, we have business credit. So for me, if I apply for a new card, it's not gonna destroy my credit score. It might drop 3 to 5 points and come right back. But after a 750, there's just not really a reason to keep pushing your credit score up. So if you have an 800 credit score or 785, you drop down to 775 or 780, it doesn't matter. Like, you're still gonna be able to get any loan that you qualify for with your debt to income at a 780 credit score. So definitely don't worry too much about that, but keep it in mind, especially if you're about to make a big purchase. So this is probably the most popular credit card question, is after you get the initial reward, should you cancel the card and apply for another one? That would be a case-by-case basis situation. For me, I'm not planning on making any big purchases on a loan in the next few years. So it is more beneficial for me to continue to get new cards every year. Right now we've been with the Venture card for years. We just got a new business card that we're going to try to rack up some miles on, and once we do, we'll let you know how it goes. In my opinion right now, the Venture card for 95 bucks a year, it's an unbeatable deal. We love it, we use it all the time. And there's another factor with that card. It comes in like a metal finish instead of a plastic finish. It just has a really luxurious feel, even though it's, you know, a credit card that most people can get. Now these things are all on a case-by-case basis. I do not want you guys to go out and start applying for credit cards without reviewing your finances first. You need to figure out what you actually spend every month on things that you cannot change. If you're gonna be like buying groceries, buying gas, paying for car insurance, do these things with your credit card and then pay that card off at the end of the month. But if you're not willing to pay the card off at the end of the month, do not do any of these strategies and refer to my video in the link above. This video will help you save up some cash, and once you get a little more financially responsible, implement the strategies from this video here, and you'll be good to go, man. You'll be traveling the world in no time. If you like this video and you want to see more content from us, just like, subscribe, and share this video. If you do have any questions or you want to know more finance related things that have to do with travel, we'd be happy to answer any questions possible. What would you guys like to see? We're happy to address any topic we have knowledge on, and if we don't, we'll try to bring someone in who does. Let us know in the comments section what you want to see, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.